everybody, and welcome back to the I Don't Know Running podcast, where we share our experiences that make running fun and sometimes not so fun. I'm Lewis. I'm a self-made lazy ultra runner, and I am ready for some grits maker.
Is that, you're thinking the same thing as I am? I'm hungry.
I am hungry.
I'm Mitch, and I'm hungry.
I am, man, I pulled up the menu.
I know.
I don't know if I want one of the burgers, which look amazing. Grits maker, top sirloin, some kebabs, firecracker salmon. Now that actually looks really good too. Firecracker salmon, 6 ounce Atlantic salmon, grilled and glazed with house-made honey sriracha sauce, grains, and grilled asparagus. Beef wet burrito. Can't go wrong there, right? Man, this food. It's typical though, right? You're hungry, you look at pictures of food, and it just
they got onion rings too. Did you? Yeah.
This is. I think you guys we're gonna have to give up rainbow and start going here.
Maybe.
This food looks really good.
Well, have you been? You've been there though, right?
Been there once. I've been there once. It was good. I don't remember what I had though. I'll bet you I had.
Well, the advantage of going to Arrows is we're the youngest people in there.
We are the youngest in there.
This should be good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
All
the
right.
hot bacon blue burgers. Yeah, I bet you that's what I had.
Ooh, jalapeno popper.
What is this podcast about?
I think we're going to start talking about food.
All right, let's get into what we're going to talk about today. We are going to get into, especially more recently, I would say, the hidden costs of running a marathon or running a race in general.
The hidden costs of racing in general.
Yeah, because it's not as simply anymore. Back in the day, when you sent in your registration from a newspaper clipping or the back of a magazine, or
how many of our listeners probably remember that? Not many.
Not many. You basically, you had one option, the race. You signed up for the race and you got a cotton t-shirt most times with it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was the best part, is getting a shirt, a shirt and a medal. But yeah, like you open up that website and then it's like, hey, how much do you want to add on here? Do you want to donate to this charity?
Yeah, it's no longer, and even that has changed in the time that we have seen such a change in race registrations. It's crazy. So yeah, we're going to talk about that a little bit. What are some of the things? I mean, when you first sign up, you're going to be tempted. If this is your first this or your first that, you're going to be super tempted to sign up for one of these items, and they ain't cheap.
Yeah, and I don't know if I remember this, if they had cancellation policies. I mean, that's one of the opening lines too, is you click in there and how much do you get trapped into? Like, if I get injured, if I spend an extra $20,
yeah, insurance,
I can ensure that I get my money back. And it's probably not money back. You just have to run the next year. So no matter what, they're going to get your money out of you.
I'm trying to remember if that's what it was, or it even is. Like, you can still do that today. I don't remember, but we'll talk about that. But first, let's talk about the lure of the finish line and its hidden cost. We're going to talk about the thrill of securing a spot in a dream race. Let's say Boston, Chicago, New York City, LA, Tokyo, things like that.
Or even Big Sur that I was just talking about before we started recording.
That's
like,
right.
It's top 10 most beautiful race in the United States, which is.
I asked you, I said, well, would you even go do that one? Because you've already got California, but you're like, well, yeah, because it's top 10.
They have a grand piano on one of the bridges.
True, yeah.
Take my money.
That? Yeah. And you said it was how much? 3?
It was, if I would have got chosen, it was like $300. I can get a guaranteed entry for $800 now that I didn't get in the lottery.
Yeah, that's cheap.
No problem.
The early bird discounts create urgency, but base fees often. Well, it says base fees often hide add-ons. Race entry fees have more than doubled for many marathons in the last 20 years. We actually talked about that in a podcast, I don't know, not that long ago.
I remember Glass City used to be $50.
Yeah, crazy.
It was awesome.
The average marathon entry fee in the U.S. went from roughly $120 to $150 in 2024. Wait.
It went from the average went from 120 to 150 in 2024. Is that the way I read it?
No, this did not. This
didn't come across right.
Didn't come across right. It's just saying the average. I'm sorry. The average marathon cost now is 150 or 120 to 150. I don't even know if that's right though. I bet you it's up from that.
Well, it's right here.
Well, majors like New York, Boston, like that are like right around $300 and up, or 200. What do we find? $250 and up.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Inflation versus race cost growth. Average 5K rose from. This is interesting. The average 5K rose from $20 in 2000 to $40 to $50 in 2023. Faster than normal inflation, which is funny. When I think about the $20 thing for a 5K, I feel like that was the rate forever. Like it was $20 to do a 5K.
And did you always get a shirt?
I don't know, because I'm thinking back to...
Because they didn't always hand out medals for 5Ks, right?
Well,
that's kind of a new thing now.
Yeah, I think you're right. They didn't do
because
medals.
The cost is going up. So
you only got a medal if you placed.
Right. But now if everybody gets a medal and you have a shirt cost, it does add to the cost anyway.
Yeah.
So it's not just a race.
And we see that has changed too, because now some races, do you want a medal? It'll be an extra, whatever, $15, $20. You did one that way. I remember talking about that.
Yeah, the free one. Like I could run it for free.
Oh, is that the one?
And then you buy your shirt, buy your medal. I think that's fair.
Wasn't there something?
They donated the registration though.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I mean, that's cool what they do.
They donated, the timing. So the timing is expensive. That's what you're paying for typically for a race.
Yeah.
So that was free. So you got a timed race for free.
As you bought your medal.
But you bought your medal and your shirt.
Wasn't the one you did down in Georgia something? Didn't they have something?
I don't have Georgia yet.
What's the one you and Brian did? You placed
Alabama.
First in. Oh, you podiumed.
I podiumed. That was in Gulf Shores.
Gulf Shores. Wasn't there something about that one that was funky too, or no? I could be misremembering.
All I know is they had a lot of good snacks at the finish line.
Yeah.
I got my money's worth.
Yeah. You got all your, that's why
prices went up.
Because of people like you. But anyway, 5Ks rose to $40, $50 in 2023, the fastest, or faster than normal inflation. Fees often include processing charges. Yep.
That's the thing that gets you. So when we talk about that, it's like if you mailed in your registration, it didn't cost you, but there's a convenience fee on the website. So somebody is getting some money.
Which is so crazy to me.
But maybe they're paying...
They got to be paying
the website that is hosting,
I guess, and no longer is a volunteer sitting there doing all the work of all these registrations coming in and entering them.
That'd be a fun job.
Oh my goodness, no. So yeah, 6 to 8% for platforms like Active.com and Race Roster. Just some quick things on how or why prices have went up. Next, we're going to just talk about the cancellation conundrum. What happens when life happens? Common cancellation injury causes like injury. 30, and this is an interesting stat, 30 to 50% of runners get injured in a training cycle.
I'd like to talk to a race director to see how many drops. What's the average drops? Or maybe we could have looked that up if we would have been prepared for it.
Yeah, but I don't think it's much because, like, remember last year, the last year we paced at Charlevoix, and they were up against the limit.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah,
because they actually were over and they were counting on people not showing up.
And they knew, they were like, yeah, we'll have X amount that will not show up. So they have those numbers, but it's not that big of a number. Cancellation due to injury, travel, or personal emergencies. I mean, those are obviously things that happen. I mean, we've talked about the injury. You've had 2 or 3 that right now that are
I've
deferred
3. Yeah.
So right there. Most policies are however, most policies are a strict no refunds, no deferrals. And I think that's changing a little bit.
It seems like it because now a lot of races are letting you sell your entry even.
Sell your entry or defer it. Yeah.
So you can, like they get a $10 cost to change switch the names on it, but it's not a bad deal, but they're still getting something out of it.
Yeah. And the deferral, I mean, you think about it, I wonder what is I suppose for them, I wonder how that was, how would you, I'm trying to think of how those numbers would work financially, because it boils down to it's a business, right? They're running a business. This race is a business. And so I'm trying to think of the cost, how that works out. Like to say, oh yeah, we'll allow deferrals. Like how much money are they losing by doing that? I suppose in the marketing eye, that's a really good thing. So you're selling more entries essentially by saying, yeah, we'll allow deferrals.
Yeah.
Because then you take all the pressure off somebody signing up. Because I mean, for me, signing up for California, that's a big commitment. You have to bank on not getting hurt. You have to bank on nothing going wrong, no life happening, no nothing. And if it does, you're just out.
I just looked it up. The average is 10 to 15%.
Yeah.
Generally hovers around 10 to 15%. For the 2025 Boston Marathon, the did not start rate of just under 9%.
Yeah, I would say Boston's less than the average.
Because you're going to try to figure it out.
Yeah. Even medical exemptions often require doctor's notes and still not always guaranteed that you're going to get credit. So yeah, the feeling when you sign up, I know, like I said, for me, I've got that anxiety of like, okay, can't get hurt, can't, like all this stuff.
It depends on what it is though. So if you're doing like a major, like if you're thinking you sign up for Boston or you signed up for, a dream race.
Yeah.
That's what's going through your head. You signed up for Western States, you finally get in. It's like, oh my gosh, I better stay healthy.
Yeah. Healthy, better not. I mean, because you can't help turning an ankle, turning a knee,
right.
Like on the trail, like hurting yourself. Out there this week, I went back out on the trail because I got to get out on the trail. And there was one spot, I just didn't see it quite right. It wasn't bad. Like I caught myself. So for me, it's 2 things. Number one, but on the other hand, it's like, all right, I handled that really well. It's strong. It's strengthening. It feels good almost.
You think about that more as you get to a certain age, though, for sure. Because how many times you've fallen on the trail and you pop back up and you go? Mm-hmm. It's like, whatever. Yeah. Now it's like
age, but also how close am I to the race?
Right.
Like at the beginning of training, no big deal. I can get back in shape. When you're in a month out, no.
Not a good feeling.
No. Some data shows running injury rates up to 50% of runners report an injury annually. Yeah, I mean, that makes sense. It could be, because it could be anything, right?
It might not stop you from racing,
but it's an injury.
I've run a race with cracked ribs before.
Yeah. Didn't you do John Muir? No, that was your back.
It was low iron.
Oh, I thought it was a slip disc. What was a slip disc?
No, slip disc was before. I've had a lot of issues, but slip disc was something else. I ran with it for a long time before it stopped me. But yeah, and it was not a running related injury for the cracked ribs either. And that's hard to run a race like that. I did it.
Yeah. Not good though.
No, it's not fun.
Major races like Boston Marathon, no refunds or limited deferrals. And the deferral probably has to be something very big for them to be able to allow that, or race specific, like, trying to think. They've done that. Oh, they did it in 2012 because of the heat. They actually offered for people to defer to the next year.
I know some, like, Western States has like a pregnancy deferral now too, right?
Yeah. Yep. New York City deferral allowed once, but the runner must pay the full entry again the next year, which I suppose if it's a lottery, it's like, I'm in. Oh, that hurts.
Yeah. That's $600 for that race now. Plus hotel.
Oh my goodness. That's why you buy the insurance. I didn't buy any insurance for our trip, and I'm not laughing that I didn't, because I'm nervous. Like, I didn't get insurance for my plane ticket. I didn't get insurance for the Airbnb. I didn't get insurance.
Yeah, but I look at that. Like, we got pretty cheap flights.
Yeah.
They're like $200 or $300 tops. Yeah. It's like, to pay for insurance on that, I can afford.
Yeah. You don't want to lose it. But
the only thing is, I just want to be able, like, if something happens, that I get on another flight, like something along those lines.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
And you could still go and enjoy yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? So you still go to the race, you still do all the stuff. So
yeah, I'm not the one that has to.
Yeah, you're not running it, but survey by marathonguide.com says 70% of runners said they lost money on a race they couldn't attend due to inflexible policies. And again, I think that that's shifting a little.
A little bit. Because I know the one race that Rocket City, that was going to be my Alabama race, I think I got deferred one year because I can't remember if it was COVID or whatever. And we went to run it the next year, and it canceled the morning of because of weather. And then no refunds.
Just out.
So we were all the way down there.
Oh my gosh.
Spent money on lodgings, all the cost to get down there. It's a bummer.
We've talked about that though. That's out of their hands.
It is.
Yeah.
It's a risk
nothing on the race.
But there's nothing you can do about that.
No. It's just and it doesn't happen that often. That's why I think we've talked about that too. Like, look at all the races you've run. There might be 2 or 3 that have done that.
Yeah, it's not very many.
I mean, you're in the probably 200 races plus?
Yeah.
Of races, and you've had like 2 or 3.
Yeah, not very many.
Percent. Like,
I've been delayed a few times where you're thinking, oh, this isn't going to happen.
Yeah, but it's happened. And transfer, passing the bib, whether it's from one way or another. We'll talk about a couple. Transfer fees, you did mention that earlier.
Yeah, it is. I had to think about it. It's at least $20, $20 to $50. So if it's the processing fee or whatever, or the site that is handling it, they're making money off from it.
Yeah, true. I suppose there is something there. So yeah, you can transfer it for a cost. Some races prohibit transfers entirely due to insurance and liability. I can see that because when you sign up for the race, you're the one check marking you or you're not holding the race liable for anything. So they, which, that I think, I don't know, maybe that's just a way for them to not allow it because other races allow it. And, they're not just rolling the dice on a gamble of like,
Right.
well, hope nothing happens, know.
Right.
There's ways around it. They talk about gray market bib selling is common but risky. I don't think that that's common anymore.
Yeah, because that's how people used to run the major races, but now they check so much ID and do all that stuff. I don't know how much you're going to get away with that.
And with the photography that happens now and how smart that is with the programs they're running it through, you just don't get away with that. Now, granted, your small local race, sure, you can get away with it if you want to. I mean, and I'm not saying that's okay. I'm saying it's actually not okay.
Right.
I don't think you should do that. But London Marathon allows transfer, but it charges £10. Non-transferable charity entries are lost if unused.
Wow.
That sucks. Hopefully it goes to the charities at least.
Well, it probably does. It's just like,
yeah. But
what is it to the charity entry for Boston now is like $8,000 or something like that?
I think it depends on the level because I've heard varying things over the years, but some of them, because I think the charity designates. So like, let's say, I don't know, St. Mary's like kids thing or something. They say raise $5,000, right? And you can run it. And I think that Boston is probably working with the organization to say, all right, here's your cost per, race entry. Chicago Marathon, no bib transfers allowed. Selling bibs can lead to disqualification and lifetime bans. I'm for that. I'm fine with that.
Mm-hmm.
New York City, and this is an interesting stat. In 2019, New York City Marathon organizers flagged over 250 runners using illegal bibs.
Well, have you seen that where somebody has printed out their own bib?
I can see that.
Oh, it's nuts.
Because it'd be easy to do. In how easy it is to print today. I mean, that's not new technology, right? But it would be easy to copy that. So easy. Because let's say you're going with somebody's and they've actually are in, you scan it and you change a number or something. Easy. Not okay though. Not okay. We're not saying that that's okay by any means.
Like this next part.
Yeah, this next one is where it can really get you. Like the prior sections are more like just anxiety, either for signing up, you might get canceled, things like that, deferrals, things like that, how you can potentially get rid of your race entry if you can't make it. But the next one is all things are good, or it's your first time and you want to do this or that. Your $150 raise can be.
Well, we were talking about this earlier. The upselling is like you click on your registration and then like, look, I can buy a training plan. I can buy 15 different shirts. I can buy a hat. Look at this cool jacket I can get. And you can click on all of that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, hey, it's a big deal.
That adds up. Oh my gosh, that adds up.
Mark, I think he bought, did we talk about that already? We talked about it on his episode where he bought everything that said Boston on it when he he had the sweats, he had the shorts.
At least that wasn't during registration. Now, I think you do.
Can you?
I don't remember. You don't do the add-ons. You get a shirt, but that is just part of it.
But it seems like that'd be the smart place if you're going to get a jacket anyway. Why? Then
you can get the jacket because they'll send that to you before.
Most people don't do it though. For a lot of people.
Yeah, I wish I kick myself for not now because I thought I was going to find it discounted later. The year the bombings happened, and they disappeared. Like people flew in and like stole stuff. Man, that is just. I think back on that, it's just crazy. But anyway, yeah, the upsells, the add-ons when you're registering. The psychological upselling. Do you want your memories forever? Extras like photos. We didn't say photos. Like you can,
I know.
you can get
A whole photo package.
a package and make sure you get it beforehand. The jackets, the gear, the hoodies, the shirt, like all that stuff. Extras. I'm thinking like Run Disney, the whole Goofy challenge. You do all that. My buddy bought that whole placard that puts them all together for him. And I bet you I bet he paid a fair amount to get that. Unless he did it, he might have done it. I don't know if he did it.
You paid entry for each of those races. So
Yeah.
if you think about it, it's the dopey or whatever. 5K, 10K, half full.
Yeah, there's a dopey and a goofy.
A goofy is just the half and the full.
Okay.
So you do the dopey and you get a shirt for each one. You get a medal for each one. Then you get a shirt that says I did the dopey, and you get a shirt or a medal that says you did them all.
Yeah. Yep.
Then you got to pay all that extra.
They should give you that in a placard, like in a box or in that little like hanging thing.
It's expensive.
Yeah. It's over $1,000 easily for that. And then the racer insurance, we talked about this a little bit. Marketed as protection, but usually excludes injury or travel. I mean, that's kind of a bummer.
It seems kind of messed up.
What's it for then? Oh, if the race canceled, I suppose. So like the Alabama one, or one you were just saying.
Yeah.
So you're just insuring yourself from the race. But at any rate, yeah, you do see that. And I think that has even been tweaked a little bit more recently in more recent years.
I feel like it should cover injury too, though. Like if I have a problem, it's like, hey, I paid for this insurance. I'm injured.
Yeah, and it's one of those things where I think this would be one of those for a race to go, is it worth it to us to offer that? And how do we prove it? Do we care if we prove it? Or if you just say, I'm injured, you could have 100 people say I'm injured because they didn't get their training in or whatever.
My New Jersey, I deferred it from April. I signed up for it last year before I knew I was having surgery.
Oh, yeah.
And no questions asked. But I think it's a pretty full race.
Oh, so they're happy to open up that too. But that's where I go, if it's a very full race, what's the cutoff?
Right.
Because if they're normally full and you say, can I defer it? And you're a week out, are they going to get it full? Are they going to, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's the cutoff for that? New York Times in 2023, runners at New York City Marathon spent an average of $500 to $700 on extras. Not on the race, on extras. In addition to the $295 entry.
So $1,000.
Now, this does say travel, hotels, merch, and food. So I guess that makes sense, but that's on the low end.
Yeah, that's low because I was kind of dinking around looking at just cheap hotels. I didn't even look at the race start and trying to, I mean, anywhere from $400 a night to $1,000 a night or more.
I mean, I suppose it does say average. So you have some that probably spent little because they're there. And you have some that probably spent a lot because they're not, and they bought all the extras.
I'm going as cheap as I can.
Same here, I would too. Because it's New York. I spent a lot on my first Boston. I spent a fair amount, I think, on my second one. And maybe not as much on the last two. But anyway, race insurance fine print often only covers death, illness requiring hospitalization, or severe weather cancellations, as we mentioned. 2022 Runner's World Review found most policies exclude overuse injuries. Go back and listen to the last episode. Go back and listen to the last episode. We talked about that. As the number one reason for DNS, did not start. That's interesting. Overuse injury is the number one reason for did not starts or do not starts. Charity bibs often require $3,000 to $5,000 fundraising minimums in addition to entry fees. Yeah, and I would say
it's more for Boston. I heard, it's nuts.
Yeah, those are the big ones. New York's probably the same way, I would guess. Chicago, those are pricey ones. Advocacy and awareness, protecting your pockets. Transparency. Why aren't all fees listed up front? And I'll tell you what, this is really cool. If you sign up for a race in California now, I don't have a lot to say about the policies there, because it seems like they have a lot of very bad policies. I don't want to get political or anything like that. I'm just saying that's what we hear.
There's can be strict.
Yes. However, what I really like about them, every fee has to be up front. So you don't do the Airbnbs or VRBOs and then you go, I like that price, I'm going to sign up. And then you go to sign up and there's like $400 more in fees. The advertising price that is listed. So like if you go to Ultra sign up, there's no additional fees. The price they show is the price they show. Everything's in it.
Because I was trying to find a place in Traverse City for the end of the month, and I went and I'm like, I can get out a room at a winery.
Yeah, $50.
It's only $150 more than a hotel in downtown Traverse City. We'll go to a winery. This will be cool.
Yeah.
I click on it and I start to book it, and it's like, you have to pay another $100 in cleaning fees. You have to
resort fee. Or whatever.
No, it was like insurance. Like, like in case you destroy your room or something.
Yeah.
So I was like that puts it way expensive quick.
All of a sudden 150 becomes 300. And you're like, wait, that's not what you showed me at all.
I was a little annoyed.
Yeah, I was pretty happy when I signed up, and Ultra Sign Up was the first time I saw it. And Ultra Sign Up was actually running a little note blurb thing saying, this is like new policy passed. The fee is the fee. So it's pretty cool.
But yeah, why can't they do that? If a website is hosting your sign up, doing the cost or whatever, why isn't that built into the price of?
I think they all should do it.
Yeah.
1,000%.
So the raise is $100, but it's $20 in convenience fees. Then make it $120.
Yeah. Don't. It's an old bait and switch.
Yeah.
What to read in fine print, cancellation, transfer, and insurance policies. Yeah. Take a look at that stuff. Tips for protecting yourself financially. Use credit cards with built-in travel insurance. Yeah. I was talking to a buddy this morning. I still got the one on our car because it was, number one, only $10 a day, $50 for the whole time. And it's, for me, hassle-free. That's the part. I don't want to be caught up, let's say we dent it or something like that, in having to go through my insurance or having to go through my credit card, working with them. They're not happy with it. Turo can take care of it. But anyway, that kind of a thing. But your credit card will have a lot of that stuff. Sign up only after confirming training availability and travel logistics. That's kind of a no-brainer. That's kind of a common thing. Common sense thing. Avoid unnecessary add-ons unless they truly enhance the experience. And yeah, I think that does make sense, but I think that's where the Boston stuff, it's your first time. Yeah, splurge a little. My Ironman, I spent a ton.
You have to.
It's your first time.
You have to get, what is it? Is it the Ironman bag or the jacket? Same thing?
You got to buy all that stuff. There's nothing free about an Ironman.
You don't have the Ironman. You don't have the Ironman tattoo though.
Most people get that's not free either. That's not free either. Nothing is free, and it's a freaking fortune to sign up for one too.
What are they? They're almost $1,000, aren't they?
I don't even remember, but I would guess it's got to be upwards in that neighborhood. But yeah, I would say avoid the unnecessary add-ons. But if it is your first one, I think it would be, especially for a big race, like a Big Sur, something like that. For me, Boston, I always got a hat because I wear hats, a sweatshirt because I wear sweatshirts, and I wear that stuff all the time.
Yeah, I like hoodies.
Yeah.
If all races gave those out, I'd be happy.
Same here. Yep. Consumer protection law in some U.S. states race must disclose all fees up front, but enforcement is rare. But California, as we mentioned, is doing that. 2023 Active.com survey said, found that 60% of runners regretted at least one add-on purchase, mainly photos and VIP packages. Yeah.
That was another one. The VIP, we didn't even talk about that.
No.
We've done that before. We did the VIP package in Little Rock.
Oh.
So they have a tent at the start line. They have coffee. They have all that stuff. I don't remember paying that much for it. So there was another race I was signing up for, and I was looking at it, and it was like a couple $100.
Oh, my gosh.
So I'm like, that would be nice. You stay warm.
That's what I was going to say. I think that would be very race specific. If it's in the middle of July, I probably don't care. If it's in October, I probably care, because if it's rainy and cold,
right,
I don't want to be standing out waiting.
It was a lot of money. I'm like,
yeah.
Like, it sounds nice in case there's bad weather, but
that's why when we go to Glass City and do the VIP with the Owens Corning, it's like, yeah, this is nice.
Heated bathrooms.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's great.
Best VIP tent ever. Yeah. And to the photos thing, I mean, I think, well, I guess for me, what does it matter when you get the photo? So wait till afterwards and get the photos, but just purchase them accordingly. Like, pay for the photos. They aren't free. There's somebody out there taking those. A lot of races, well, I shouldn't say a lot of races. Some races are making that shift to like, all right, increase the entry fee by $5 across the board, pay your photographer, and let the photos be free, or whatever that price is difference, like $10 an entry or whatever, and let them have them for free.
I think Rudy said his favorite was when people steal his photos and then crop out his name off from it and then use it as their profile picture.
He likes that, huh?
Not very much.
No, I don't suppose so. Yeah, I think I've mentioned too, and I've learned since this, way back in the day, there was a program you could run a photo through and have watermarks removed.
Oh.
That's going back a lot of years. And I've learned since you grow and you learn, you go, oh yeah, I guess that makes sense. Somebody's working for that.
Right.
So those watermarks are there for a reason. And nowadays that you can't do that. But yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah, so these are just some things to look at when you're signing up. These are some things to think about and hopefully help you rid yourself of anxiety. But I think that is also just part of playing the game. If you're signing up for races 6 months out, yeah, there's a potential. You might get hurt. There's a potential you might not, you might lose that entry. However, today is a lot different time than 10 years ago when there was no deferral period. It's like, yep, that's the risk you run.
Yeah,
and
the race wasn't as expensive either, though.
True, that's true. Yeah. And races are filling faster and growing more. It is a booming time to be.
Yeah, we mentioned Charlevoix before, but this year again, I think they had record participants.
Yeah, which is cool. It's good to see. It's a fun sport. So, yeah, check us out on Facebook. Check us out on YouTube. Check us out on Patreon. All the different listening platforms. Share it with somebody. If you want to support the show in some way, shape, or form, sign up for Patreon. Also, if you don't and you just want to sign up there for free, you can. But yeah, that's going to wrap up this episode of the I Don't Know Running podcast. Be sure to tune in next time as we share more about what we just don't know.
And until then, happy running.